Sally, hey, can you give me a salad? And without olives, please, for lunch. Are you going right now? Okay, because it's about to be like time where I'm taking off for lunch. Yeah, Publix is great. Okay. Hello, sweetie, didn't see there. Come on, wait, before you come in, let me fix your chair. That rolly chair is really kind of wonky. There we go, perfection. Go ahead and have a seat, darling. So, you're my last appointment for my lunch. What's your name again? Okay, what's your student ID? Okay, let me put my glasses on. Excuse me, I can't really see that well. But I don't like to have my glasses on all the time. They just annoy me. Alrighty, darling. My name is Miss Kingston, and I will be your admissions counselor for the day. Have you ever been to me before in my office? Well, nice to meet you. Okay. What are you, a junior or a senior? Hopefully a junior. Okay, good, because, you know, if you're a senior, it's too late. Okay, you need to start early for college apps. Okay, I know it's like, oh, you have 2 years left. You don't have to start that early, but you need to start. Okay, so let me just log into my computer here. Can you repeat your student ID one more time? Sorry about that. Okay, so, give me a sec. My lips just feel so dry. Give me a sec. Also, I'm eating lunch with the really hot teacher here. Have you ever had Mr. Thompson? Oh my God, I want to top something. Oh, sorry. Anyways, let's see. So, I have you pulled up, so we're going to check your grades. Oh, first of all, I have to ask, are you planning to apply to colleges now, or are you going to wait just a little longer? You want to start applying? Okay, so a lot of times they'll have early application fees waived, so if you apply early, they'll waive it, but we'll see what school you want. So what schools are you looking at? LSU, okay, South Carolina, Rice, and Harvard. So I can see you've got some more safeties, and which I wouldn't say LSU and South Carolina are safeties. I would pick like a tech school for a safety. What about Louisiana Tech? South Carolina Tech? Louisiana Tech. Okay, we'll put that as like a real safety. You said LSU, and then is there any other schools? Yeah, Ole Miss is basically a community college. Most people would just go there for the sports. You could definitely get in. They take anybody, so you could get in there. And then you said Kentucky. Yeah, they're a little bit more picky. And UT. Yeah, they're going to be super picky. And so is A&M. Did you say Texas A&M? They're going to be a little picky. So let's check your grades, and we'll kind of see if those schools look like they might be schools for you. Okay? Okay, so your grades were average. You get about A's and B's, mostly B's, but a few A's. So your GPA is a 3.5. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. You're in the top 20% of the class. No, top 26% of the class. Okay, let me just see here. Oh, excuse me. What? I'm about to be on my lunch, but if someone needs me, they can come at 1 o'clock when I'm out of my lunch. I don't really care if it's an emergency. Me eating food is an emergency as well, so. Well, I'm sorry, but seniors, they don't apply to college until now, and then they get all upset. Like, that's just really not my problem, because I tell everybody to apply super, super early. Here, give her this number, because I have a number in my little bag here. Just give me a sec. I have a number in here to call. Oh, sorry. That was my lunch for tomorrow. I'm very picky about my eating, by the way. I don't know if you can tell. Dang it, I cannot find that number. She can call the admissions counselor from the school down the street. I know it's a rival school. She may get, you know, eggs thrown at her, but she can go there. Okay, there it is. Go ahead and take that. Yeah, okay. She can have that number, but if she can wait till 1, then I'll see her. But if she can't wait till 1. Okay. Sorry, I'm just putting on some hand lotion. Okay, so like I said, your grades are pretty average. Okay, when a college looks at these, they're gonna be like, okay, average but not great. Okay, just preparing you for what they're gonna tell you. So let's see what classes that you took. Okay, because that, or you've taken so far since you're a junior, because that'll be another. Oh, this smells so good. Smell this. Doesn't it smell incredible? It's Vaseline. It's this little radiant cream for hands. Do you want some? Of course. Come here. but I hope you feel better. Okay. Yeah, summer, dry skin. Ugh, I have the worst dry skin in the summer. Everybody says it's the winter, but it's the summer. Also, girl, if you ever need a more comfortable chair during our visit, you can always sit over there. That's my only comfortable chair that I have, so. But I usually just have this chair since it's more eye level to me, okay? But if you need to go sit over there, de-stress, college talk can be stressful. So if you need to go sit over there and de-stress, feel free, okay? But you should be good. I try not to stress people out. So, okay, you took AP Chemistry. Oh, girl. And you got an A? Are you going in for STEM? I was about to say you better be because you're smart in that area. So it looks like you've taken AP Chemistry, so you're a science person. You're going into science. Okay. UT and A&M are very good science schools. I will say that. But I just don't know if you're going to get into their science programs. They're hard to get into. Do you want to go in for chemistry? Biochemistry. Oh my God, with these grades. I mean, I'm sorry. These just don't scream biochemistry grades. But it does look like the classes you got A's in are your science classes. So maybe once you get to college and you can just focus on science classes, you'll do a little bit better. So, and you're good at math, just not reading and history. So you like math, you like STEM, not the literature and arts. Okay. You got a C in choir, which I don't know how that's possible because choir is like the easiest class to go. Oh, you forgot to go to a concert. Okay. I'm surprised you still passed. See, that's how easy choir is. You still passed and you didn't even do a concert. So if I were you, I know you've already done the fine arts elective credit, but I would take it again and try to get an A because that would look better. The C in an elective is going to look bad because they look at your electives. So, okay, so another elective, you are in the science group and the chemistry club. Okay, president of the chemistry club, that is a good thing. So make sure on all of your apps to put what clubs you were in and your positions. Were you a position in the science club? Secretary? Okay. So what I will do for you is I like to make all of my students a little list of what you need to put on your college apps, just like a checklist. You can like check it off to make sure that you get everything on there, okay? So I'll send you that, but it'll take me a little bit to look over your stuff, okay? So you're wanting to live in the dorm, I'm assuming, because you're going away. Okay. So have you started applying for scholarships yet? You applied for the general one already? Okay, so that one will cover a lot of the school scholarships. So that covers like about 100 different scholarships. Now, there are certain science scholarships that you can apply for. Our local Discovery Center does a scholarship that you can apply for. So I will give you a list. Oh, actually, okay, if you look over there, I've got little folders. One says science and STEM, and one says math and STEM. You need to go to science and STEM and take out the scholarship list. Okay, those are the science-based scholarships you can get for science programs. Okay, now I know Texas, UT, and A&M, they have science program-based scholarships. LSU does as well. So most schools, if you apply to the science school, they will look at your stuff and possibly give you a scholarship. But with these grades, I'm not really sure if you're going to get a scholarship from the program just because it's very competitive. Okay, you're just going to want to get in. But you can get plenty of other scholarships other places. So do you go to any church or youth group? That's another one. Okay, check with them. Okay, I don't have the list for that, but check with them. Any sort of groups that you're in outside of school, put that on your apps, okay? Because that'll be a good... Girl, you keep licking your lips. Are they dry? Well, I got you, girl. Why didn't you ask? Come here. It's not weird. Come on. Look, I'm a girl's girl, okay? I might be an admissions counselor and all scary, but I'm a girl's girl and I'm gonna help you. Because I know that in the summer you can have super dry skin and it gets really annoying. Don't worry, I just bought this. So you know what, girl? You can have it, okay? Since you're starting this process so early and you're on top of things, here you go. It's an elf lippy. You can have it. You literally just opened it for you, so go ahead. Of course, girl. Okay, I'm a girl's girl. As I said, I'm a girls. Okay. Okay, let's see. Now, when you go to college, are you planning on doing a 4-year track? Have you taken any dual credit classes? You took a couple. Let me look here. You took dual credit science. That makes sense. So that'll help. So this should take your basic science classes away. So you won't have to do like basic biology, basic chemistry, because you've already done the AP test and you've done dual credit. So that'll cover your 2 years of basics for science, okay? So you can probably start when you get to college on your hard science classes, but you'll have to do your other basics, okay? Because you didn't take any other dual credit, did you? Oh, for math you did. Girl. So math and science, you're basically finished with basics. So once you get there, you should have enough credits to get you through 2 years of basics. You'll have to talk to your college to make sure. So you'll just have to do history and language basics, and then you can, girl, if you don't like literature English, you can take a different language account. So if you want to take Spanish or French, if you don't like reading or like writing, you can take a different language because it's language. So you can take a plethora of things. Okay. So let me just write this down here. So look, like I said, you should be good on science and math. So you'll probably start the advanced classes of those. You'll probably start at the 3000 level for those. So you might be on a 4-year track, or excuse me, a 3-year track, possibly 3.5. Okay, since you're not going to have 2 years of 2 different basics. So, but don't rush. If you want to go 4 years, enjoy yourself, that's fine. If you want to take less hours, enjoy yourself, that's fine. But did you take the dual credit in hopes of getting out earlier or not having to take as many classes? Getting out earlier. So you should be able to get out in 3 years, but I'm not positive, okay? You may have to go 3.5 or 4, depending on, I know the biochemistry major has a lot of classes, so. Now, are you planning on getting your master's or just bachelor's or associates? Okay, so you want to get your bachelor's, which I figured because you were going to not a community college. You want to go somewhere else. Now, do you want to start at a community college and then go to college, or you want to go to a main college first? Okay. No, that's fine. You don't have to start at a community college. It's just sometimes community colleges are cheaper. They'll run deals and stuff like that. So it's just an option if you are worried about finances. But you should get a good amount of scholarships from the school because your grades are pretty okay. Now, from the college, probably not, because the grades are not going to be as good for their programs. But you should get in the programs at most of those schools except for possibly UT and A&M, okay? LSU, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Kentucky, you can walk on to their science programs. But UT and A&M are going to be a little more challenging. What, OU? It's going to be challenging as well, but we can put that down. Your dad went to OU? Okay, that does help. Okay, and your mom went to LSU. Okay, so definitely when you're applying for LSU and OU, if you want, put that your parent was an alumni, because that will help. That will get you some money off or some scholarships, okay? Don't mind me, I have ADHD and I kind of have to fidget with stuff, so let's see here. So I would start applying, I would apply to UT and A&M and OU first. Those are going to be the only schools that might give you a challenge on getting in, so you want to get that application in ASAP, AP. That way, you know, you can know the result of it quicker. Okay, so let me look at the schools that have waived application fees right now. LSU has waived application fees, South Carolina, OU, and Kentucky. Okay, the other schools you may have to pay a small fee, but it won't be that much. Okay, usually application fees are not super expensive, but if they're real expensive, you could always wait a little bit till it goes on sale. Okay. Excuse me, by the way. Okay, so let me see here. Sorry, I zoned out for a second. Okay, let me see. Now, do you have any, now we're going to get into like the mental health aspect of college, because a lot of people forget this. Do you have any friends that you're looking to room with, or are you going to be trying to meet all new people? You have a friend you're looking to room with? Okay, are they going to try to go to the same place you do, or, okay, possibly. Okay, you have 2 friends you might room with? Okay. One of them is going to go to LSU and the other. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. A lot of people go to LSU around here, but I love it, so go Tigers. My favorite college, but I went there, so duh. Okay, so you have friends, you want to go. Now, are you going to be super upset leaving your family? Do you have any pets that you're going to be missing really badly, or, okay, you have some pets. Oh, you're going to take one pet with you as a support animal? Okay, and now, be sure to start that process early, okay? You want to start it that way when you get there, you can have your ESA, okay? Because I have a lot of other people that bring ESAs to college, and then they're fine with it, but you've got to start that process because it's kind of a lengthy process to get through. So you got to start it that way when you go your first semester, you'll be able to get in, okay? Got it? Okay. also, I forgot you get a ring pop for coming in early. So, go ahead and take this. Okay, sorry, I almost forgot. You can... So, we have about 7 more minutes of your appointment. So, what I want to talk with you about, let's make a list of how the schools rank on your list. We're going to make you a list, 1 to 7 or 8, however many you mentioned. 1 being the one you want to go to the most, 8 being the one you're like, I will go if I have to. Okay, so what's your number 1? LSU. Okay, go Tigers. Okay, and then what's your number 2? UT, and then A&M, South Carolina, Kentucky, and then OU. Don't want to go to OU where your dad went? Don't really want to live in Oklahoma, girl. You know what? That's real. That's real. Okay, so what I would do, like I said, I would apply for the big 3 first, the ones that are going to be a little harder to get into. I would do A&M, Texas, and then OU, and then go to LSU, South Carolina, and Kentucky. Now, are there any other schools anywhere? Let's try to make a list of a couple others, just so you have some options. Is there any other schools that you would be interested in going? Arizona State. Okay, no, that one's good. The Sun Devils. Okay, and then Florida. Now, do you want to go to Florida State or Florida Gators? Okay, Gators. They're a rival for me, so. But it's okay. It is a nice school. And if you want to live in Florida, in Gainesville, feel free. Okay. Let me just... Sorry, I felt so saucily moving. Oh, what? Didn't you? Oh, that girl, she's gonna go to the other counselor. Okay, great. Okay. She's probably gonna get spit out and booed. She's going over to the rival school down the street to see their guidance counselor. Oh, hey. Did you, actually call her? Okay, can she access her grades? Okay, I thought so since it's the same ISD. Okay, thanks. Sorry about that. I always have people trying to get me during my lunch break, so. Let me make out this list for you, okay? So I'm going to put these down on a list that you can take home. So we got LSU. We got UT, A&M, South Carolina, Kentucky, UK. Not England, though. And then we got OU, Arizona State, and Florida. Alrighty, so this is your list of schools. Okay, you can take that. That'll help you, and I would apply to all those. I think it's good to have options. You can see what financial aid you get from some of the schools, stuff like that. So you can kind of make an informed decision. Okay, I would really check on the financial aid. LSU can sometimes be a little bit stingy with the financial aid. They're not known for giving a ton, so I would just kind of watch out for that if you want to go there. Usually, if you get into the program, UT has pretty good scholarships, but it's just getting into the science program that's going to be challenging, and getting into the whole university as a whole, because it's pretty competitive. So what I would do, so you still have some time, you can kind of beef up your stats, because you can always reapply to UT since you're applying so early. So what I would do is I would try to beef up your stats a little bit, take some classes that might be a little easier, but get your GPA, because if you could get your GPA up to like a 3.8, possibly a 4, I don't know if you're going to be able to get to a 4, but like a 3.7, 3.8 from a 3 point, what did I say yours was? 6. If you can get up to an 8 or a 4.0, that would be the best. So try to just kind of beef up your GPA. Now, what did you get on your PSAT? 11. Girl, did you just say 1400? Okay, that's going to help you, especially at LSU. Okay, that's going to help. Now, UT, that's still not good enough, but that's good enough for LSU. That alone should get you some financial aid, because a lot of colleges base it on your SAT score. So that should get you, if you can get that on your SAT, then that should get you some good. So try to do that on your SAT, if not better. Okay, that's a good score though. no, that actually makes me happy. That's going to be good for you. That may take a little bit of away from the blow of the GPA. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, so I've got me a note. I'm going to start putting together your checklist to apply. I'm just going to put what you need to put in your apps, what you could do for your essays, stuff like that. Do you have any sort of like trauma or anything you could do for your essays? Oh, okay. Do that for the essay, okay? Make it about that. Now, you need to kind of make the trauma into a metaphor. They really love that when you kind of make it into a metaphor. Make it, you know, say the metaphor and then turn it into the trauma. Oh, they're going to love it. So, your trauma and your PSAT score is going to be the best asset that you have at the moment. Try to get some more assets in the next couple of years before you get to college, but you know, they'll have to see your stats right now, so you're going to have to just do with what you got, okay? But make sure to submit that PSAT score. That's literally incredible. Not for UT, but it's incredible for LSU, Kentucky, South Carolina, Florida, Arizona State. Alrighty, darling. Well, that's going to be it for today. If you have any other questions, let me know. I will let you know when I have those other papers ready for you, the checklist, and I'll call you back in here. Okay, but for now, it'll probably take about 5 days because I'm busy. Since it's the beginning of the year. So it'll take me about 5 days. But thank you for coming in early. You're super prepared. Try to breathe. Try to relax. Try to relax. Relax. You're going to be fine. You're starting early. You have time. I know it can be stressful. Your junior year can be stressful, but you're starting out early. You have time. So good luck getting into your colleges. Let me know. I like to know if you get in. So let me know the decisions. And please don't get, you know, upset if you don't get into a certain school. Okay. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye, sweetie. Goodbye. Lunchtime.